Are you ready for your next pinball machine? Call Flippin' Out now and choose from the newest and hottest pinball machines from Jersey Jack Pinball, Stern Pinball, Chicago Gaming Company, and American Pinball. Flippin' Out also offers the Escalera stair climbing hand truck. Visit now at flippinoutpinball.com. The wait is over. A revolution in LED lighting for your pinball is finally here. Fully customizable, full spectrum lighting from Pin Stadium Lights. Order yours now at pinstadium.com. Check out Pin Graphics for the latest and greatest in pinball enhancements. Power blades, blade skins, pin blades, and even more. Visit pingraphics.com now to see what's available for your pinball machine. Marco Specialties. Same-day shipping, accessible website, exceptional customer service, and with over 50,000 different pinball parts in stock, Marco Specialties is a must for every pinball enthusiast and operator. Treat your pinball machine right by visiting marcospec.com now. Chrome it, brass it, black nickel it, candy chrome it, powder coat it. The possibilities are endless at pinballplating.com.
Let's kick this shit.
You hit it off with the bumper, now you're straight down the middle again. You had a fling with a slingshot, you're rolling out the outlet again. I tried to cradle you with my flipper, it was all in vain. Baby, 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 why are you doing me wrong?
Mr. Bond and me. I don't know why I've got is it Dave Matthews?
I thought it was Counting Crows, but it might be Dave Matthews.
I wanna be someone told. I hate that song too. Okay. It's a Dave. I think it's Dave. Who is it? Hey, what's going on, guys? Oh, it's Zach and Greg from Straight Down the Middle of Pinball Show.
Hey-yo!
Come on, that peak that spiked, and these poor people, they complain about our audio enough.
Put them levels up.
We've got a lot of things to cover.
Yes.
And it's not, so this is our This Month in Pinball segment where we discuss the happenings in pinball and all of the new things, as well as some of the controversial topics that you're not going to hear from maybe some other pinball media sources.
Mainly controversial topics.
Well, you want to get fiery and feisty today?
Yeah, that's what we use this episode for.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do. But first, we've got to show a lot of love and appreciation for the Sdtm family and friends, right?
Yes.
We've got a lot of people reaching out to us that we love talking to. In particular, we love when people are out in the public at Pinburg.
Yep.
Somebody's wearing a T-shirt. Our boy Daniel.
The beautiful Frenchy Sdtm shirt.
That was really cool. So he's right at the entrance of Pinburg. Let's see if I can mess up his last name. Daniel Yetchinson.
We've had to say Dan's name before.
It's almost like I sneezed.
It's always tough.
Daniel, thank you so much for sporting the T-shirt. And our boy,
Jason Knapp.
Nappy.
Love him. He's not Nappy.
No, I'm not saying he's Nappy, but
You
that's
just
his
called him
nickname.
Nappy.
Yeah, that's his nickname.
Is it?
Yeah, well, to me it is. Yeah. J-Nap.
I bet Jason goes on to our vote thing on Pinside on our thread. I bet he if he voted for you, I bet he re-clicks that off and clicks it on Greg.
We do have a nice... So, Nappy was at Sunshine Laundromat in Arcade.
Yeah,
and he had his arms up in the air with the Sdtm shirt on.
Which I still want to go. He said it's
Thanks so much.
freaking superb there.
We've had a lot of discussion with some of our fans around the country and around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, continue to reach out. We love that.
All the time.
Yeah. So, we had a fun little poll on our thread, didn't we?
Yeah.
Did you see me add that? I didn't run that by you, really.
I was surprised.
So, you guys go to our Pinside thread, straight in the middle. We put a poll up that says simply Team Greg.
I put a poll up, but normally just in the mornings.
Oh. You said something about my mom in some kind of poll in there. Okay, so it said Team Greg, Team Zach, or neither. We get a lot of votes.
We got a lot of neither. You know, honestly, I was surprised. I thought, you know what, we could be 50-50. Zach might even pull the lead. Doubtful.
I didn't think. I'm leading right now.
I think that Zach made a terrible mistake by putting
neither. A lot of people are picking that. Or I had one cannot pick between Abbott and Costello.
That was fantastic.
A lot of people give us that designation.
I can go with that.
Absolutely. So let's get into some juicy...
What the hell are you doing on our thread if you don't like us?
It's the law. The law does.
The law! You're a fan. We know you're a fan. I don't even get mad at you no more, Law, because I know you're a fan.
He sent me a picture once that had his bedroom suit, your sheets and stuff comforter, the monogram pillows with our faces on it.
Oh,
that's nice.
That is beautiful.
Thanks, Law.
Custom job. I like that.
Custom job. Okay.
What are you thinking about?
How do we do
What are you
this?
thinking about?
How do we do this?
I'm talking about pillows.
We do this.
I don't know what you're talking about,
We
buddy.
keep doing this, and people keep
I'm not
watching.
doing anything. I'm just sitting over here waiting to get to the controversy.
That's very true. All right, so let's go through a rundown of the manufacturers and talk about their recent developments as the pinball news, right?
Yeah.
Stern Pinball, Deadpool is coming out. By the time this airs, they probably have them boxed up and shipping out.
Yeah.
You're going to start
Very-
seeing those
very
being
close.
played.
Very
So
close.
nothing with Stern. We got Munsters coming up. That is the rumor.
Super excited if that happens.
I think if done properly, that's going to be really fantastic. We have rumored Beatles in January.
Yeah.
That's
long,
the rumor.
long time off, if that's right.
If that's correct.
I'm more about the here and now.
I'm more about the rumors and what's coming up
Yeah.
to bring to these people.
You're
These
about
people
the future.
appreciate
I'm
that.
about
That's
living
why
in the
these
moment.
people are going to click
But
on
people
Team
know
Zach.
that. They know you're about the future. And they know that I'm about living for the moment.
You lived for the moment last night, didn't you? You woke up a little rough this morning, huh?
Your mom turned my
No,
alarm
let-
off.
let
I
her.
don't know why.
Let her.
I said, woman, I got to get up and make it to your son's house. Sort of my son's house.
Somebody texted me. Oh. Oh, interesting. I get the go-ahead for something. You'll see that later on. Okay. Let's get into, so Deadpool,
Yes.
that's releasing. Jersey Jack Pinball. Pirates of the Caribbean is shipping.
Yes. Finally.
Now, little birdie told me that, let's see, when's this going to air? You're
You know
going to
what's
see him
great,
ship this
guys?
week.
I just got to tell you this. Like,
That I bring you all of these knowledgeable facts and
yeah, you
and
would
what's
think
going
that
on.
us being the good friends that we are, talking for hours upon hours through the week,
We do talk too much.
that I would know some of this shit. And I will tell you that a lot of times information is dropped on my ears at the same time it's dropped at your guys.
That's how much information I get.
I bet it is. I think you're just a stingy bastard
With my info,
with your info.
I do protect all of my sources. That's you. Yeah. Go ahead. Leak it to me.
Here we go again.
Pirates of the Caribbean is shipping. It's going to be shipping this week. You're going to start seeing them pop up. I think the Buffalo Boys are getting theirs here
Yeah.
soon. I think Kevin said his is on the line and
Nice.
he paid for his. So he's going to get one of the first ones.
You know, I've
So
done
they'll be
well for
streaming.
myself this season, and I've kind of built up my game reserves. I've always been against getting, selling off my quantity for the quality.
Yeah.
But I'm toying with the Deadpool Pro, which would be nice.
That'd be your first new box.
because it's cheap. And I'm still seriously kind of toying with that Pirates, man. Every time I see it, when I saw
damn it, Greg, so am I.
when I saw it sitting on the line, I was still just kind of like,
Wow.
oh, you're so pretty, and I like the way you shoot, and I actually was not that big of a fan of Kiefer, but I picked up The Simpsons, and I've learned it. It's not as
You've fallen in
difficult.
love with
yeah,
Keith Johnson,
it's
haven't you?
not as
I told
difficult
you.
to understand as what I thought.
Yep.
So it made me appreciate the complexity and the depth of what Pirates can be.
Yeah.
And so,
I want one really bad.
I don't know.
Now I have the opportunity to fill my spot and get one of these first ones.
I'd get it.
What are you going to get rid of? You know me, I have a small collection.
You've got a lot of turds you can get rid of.
That's like half of my collection.
Yeah, but it's
Kitty.
worth it for a little bit. You know it ain't gonna stick around.
Every time I talk to Eric Manier, he always makes me want even more. He's like the ultimate salesman.
He really is.
God, he's so
You guys
passionate
all
about
around.
it. Okay, let's move on to American Pinball. We got Oktoberfest is the rumored
Still
game
rumored.
coming out. We don't know much about that. Hopefully we'll get
Yeah, we're
in
striving to
contact with
find
those guys here
exactly.
soon.
Working on them, whittling them down.
Yeah.
like a little wooden stick.
Chicago Gaming Company's got Monster Bash.
Yeah.
That should be released. They did announce that it was Monster Bash. Surprise, surprise.
You know what? You've got me excited about Chicago gaming stuff, just because the little tweaks and the things that they
And
do. Because
little-
I'm like, yeah, what the hell ever. I play
little
Monster
things we're
Bash.
hearing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's small things that they do, and kind of major things too, really. that's got me more excited about Chicago gaming.
I think so.
And a lot of people loving that Monster Bash coming out. There's a lot of people asking.
I'm just
for
glad Schmitty's getting an LE.
Oh, is he?
I think he is.
Nice.
So I don't have to.
Nice.
That'd be one I can skip. Man, we got so many new pinball machines. We got Alice Cooper coming.
Yes.
Alice Cooper is shipping now.
Yeah.
Now they're trickling. They really
always
are
do.
trickling
It's
a little
spooky. So
bit.
what do you do?
We had recent streams by for the Alice Cooper pinball machine.
Yes.
Tell the people who did that. Who streamed it?
Who?
Do you not know?
Dead Flip.
There you go.
And then
Does you know the other ones?
yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, because I saw it when it was going on.
Let's give him a little time,
Oh
everybody.
my god, the Kogi. Oh god.
Kogi?
No, what's the
I don't know how to pronounce it. AC Goji?
AC Goji?
Is that right? Off the West Coast?
Yeah, because my girl Imato, she threw it up on Facebook.
I think it's a moto. If she's a
Moto.
girl, you think you
Imato. I
know
said
it.
Imato Moto. Sorry.
Sounds like something you develop on your neck. You gotta get checked out.
I
Ah,
got this hematoma on my neck.
check out that
I
hematoma.
got an hematoma. Hematoma.
So who streamed it though, Greg? I'm sorry to do
Oh,
this.
you're
I'm
a
sorry.
son of a
I'm
bitch.
sorry,
You know that
man.
I don't play with that.
Carl
sort of-
D'Angelo and IE Pinball.
Yeah, Carl. And I know Carl
He
was
has
in
the-
Italy.
He has the cleanest
Was he in
streams.
Italy?
I don't think so.
He was somewhere.
Oh.
Over. Are you not friends with him on Facebook?
I don't think so. He probably didn't accept my friend request. Carl D'Angelo has the cleanest looking streams.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Multiple, so many cameras.
So here's some breaking news, Greg. You know about this. This one's a kick in the crotch. I was in on Alice Cooper. Number 35 is the one I had. I dropped out, Greg. Sold it.
Why?
Man, I'm gonna kick myself. I sold it because I'm worried about it.
I had a little to do with this decision.
Oh, wow. So, the stream, like Dead Flip, but the stream didn't sit well with me. I watched a little bit of it, but I didn't really have time to watch a lot of it, right? So, I thought I'd catch it on the on-demand. Did you hear that? Oh.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
I was in. See, look, I was in the zone.
No, sorry
I was
about
in my listening zone.
Sorry.
And this ravenous dog, pre-iPad, he was acting like, so, hey, the squirrel.
All right, sorry, I got attention problems. This, so I thought I'd catch it on demand, but they didn't air it on demand.
Yeah.
They said, well, they said a couple things, but then Charlie said he wanted Jack to pull it because it was having some problems.
Yes.
They just loaded up brand new code on a brand new machine they built that day,
Yeah.
and it had some issues. It had hard resets. It had flipper that broke down. It had Jack didn't. They had internet problems, so they were an hour behind.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Bit of a mess. The game looked like fun when they were blowing it up. Bowen Cairns and Jack dancing, doing
Bowen
things.
was into it. Yeah.
That's why I mix. It looks so much fun.
Yeah.
Right? So
It
I was
did.
fine with that. I thought, no, it's just, it is what it is. I was frustrated that I had $7,000 in and I couldn't watch a replay of it
Yeah.
because I think they could have got enough
Yeah.
to edit, but that's just me. So then I thought, oh, I'll catch the stream Carl D'Angelo's doing a stream.
Yeah.
Had a lot more bugs.
Yes.
A lot more bugs in it. And it's just code, probably. I don't know, Greg. It just didn't feel.
7,000 is a lot of
Sounds
money to
scaring
me,
me.
though. So, like, I'm very timid on any purchase that I make.
It's a hard one for me. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This one was tough.
Yeah.
This one was tough. But I thought, why not still support Spooky?
Yeah. And that went on for days.
Got a TNA.
Yeah.
So
fun.
instead of that, I got a TNA to review.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure how long this will last. It's not a long-term plan, but
Yeah.
one popped up. It was close. One of my buddies up north.
Still sounds beautiful. Still is fantastic.
So you're going to get a TNA review coming up. I don't know, Greg. What do you think about the streaming of Alice Cooper? What do you think about the game? Are you worried about it at all?
Yeah, I am worried about it. Like I said, like me and you discussed it over a period of days. Like you were.
I was really-
You were
it was
back and
hard,
forth,
yeah.
and what should I do? You called. You talked to a couple other
Because
people.
I want this game.
And you were like, I don't know if I'll kick myself in the ass. And I was like, hey, you know what, man? Like, you get a hold of TNA, you can get a hold of an Alice Cooper at some point.
Yeah, but if you get back in line,
No, yeah, not getting back in line, but something will
they're
come
probably
up.
sold out by now.
Yeah, something will come up. But I'd be nervous too. you do a little better in the pen department than me. Like I said, I'm very timid when it comes to that stuff. So my answer was a very straightforward. Wait.
Okay.
Just because that stuff terrifies me. Some of the
At
Stern stuff
$7,000, do I deserve to see some gameplay before?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I would want to. Yeah, I mean, especially with the non-refundable deposits, man. Like, I would have. Granted, you can trade, sell, whatever the hell you got to do for it. But $1,000 is a lot to me.
Didn't feel good.
And to not really know what's going on. I could never drop it on there just because I don't know what to expect out of the game, really.
Yeah.
You know, wasn't at any of the shows. I couldn't put any plays on it or really see anything. Like you said, I got to catch
Such a
like 5
pretty
minutes
pin.
of it. Then my house erupted in a chaotic shit that it happens with children and family and everything else.
And you couldn't go back and watch it?
No, yeah, you can't watch
They
it.
said it was deleted, but then we saw little snippets and...
Yeah, the fun stuff. It's all good, though. Let's move to something exciting.
All right. So, no Alice Cooper in the immediate future for me. We'll still review it, guys, so don't fret. But for right now, it's getting through the reactors. Okay.
Which is great.
So, there's been a little talk on Pinside about
Here we go.
or best offer and what that means.
Yes.
And firm prices. So what does firm price mean? What does best offer mean? Does that literally mean your best offer? Does that mean I'm gonna field some offers until I get the one that I like the best? Does that mean more than asking price is best offer? What does that mean?
Now so, ironically, I was selling my demo man.
What makes that ironic?
I had well, that's not ironic. I'm getting to the irony of it. So I'm selling my demo man.
It's like you need to iron you that shirt before you came here.
I told her to. Damn it.
That's a good
Mrs.
job.
Minnie, get that shit taken care of. Get that steamer.
Sorry.
Oh, wait. You
The
are the
steamer is-
steamer.
oh my God. A Rowincha. If you guys are looking
Yeah.
for an iron, go
Okay.
Rowincha. Okay.
What the fuck?
Steam, hold it up.
Just that. Okay. Oh, yeah.
A big iron guy.
We're blue collar guys,
No, I'm a
Zach.
big-
You're white collar.
I'm a big iron guy.
Fuck are you at? So I'm selling my demo man, and
Okay.
I get this bullshit low ball offer.
Then why don't you tell what it was?
And let's just say it was off
A lot.
by a lot.
Yeah.
And so I simply wrote this gentleman back, and I said no.
Okay.
I wrote him back. I didn't even want to write him back because it was such a bullshit.
Are you
offer.
obligated?
That
people
brings
say
me to
so.
another point.
Okay.
There was some other discussion on that too.
This is fun,
What
guys.
constitutes
This is
as a
good.
response?
Okay.
And I honestly think that when you are so far off and you lowball someone so bad just in writing, I
Don't expect a response.
don't expect a response.
If you get one, great.
Yeah, well, I still respond yes. That's the kind of guy I am.
Okay.
But I don't think that you should expect it.
Not a requirement.
Not a requirement because it is so far off. Now, if it's within a couple $100 or something,
Appreciate the offer. You can't go that low.
exactly. Yes, with a couple $100. But when you just are freaking a third of the price,
I lowball.
yeah,
I
know
throw
you do.
lowballs
You
out
do.
because sometimes they stick.
But do you get pissed?
No.
Okay.
If nobody doesn't respond,
So
I expect them not
I
to.
simply wrote this gentleman back and said no. I didn't want to elaborate. I don't think he deserved my time because of the offer. This guy writes me back.
Holier than thou.
And this guy goes, that's cool. I'll just buy one from somebody who wants to sell theirs.
Oh, uh-oh.
And most of you guys know that I'm pretty passive and neutral, and that's the way I am in life.
Yeah.
I actually am probably a little more easier going outside of the pinball world
If it doesn't,
than what I am in
if
this.
it's not involving
Yes.
insecticides or germs or leaving your home, you're a softie.
I'm very copacetic.
Yeah.
Very, very much so. So that shit really cut through me.
He texted me. He called me. He was so angry.
Yeah, I was so mad. So I wrote the guy back, and I sort of thought maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. Maybe the guy is just...
Which is why you called me.
It's just his wording.
And I said,
Yeah.
let him have it.
Yeah, so I wrote him back, and I was like, I just don't think that, I think that's kind of, you don't need to be a dick just because I
Oh,
declined
you
your
told him
offer.
that?
Yeah, I said, you don't need to be
Whoa.
a dick because I declined your offer.
Okay.
There's no need
Them
for
fighting
it.
words.
So then this guy responds back,
Uh-oh, here
and
we
this
go.
guy says,
Back and forth.
I would assume that we're both adults here, so there's no need for the foul language.
Oh.
And he goes, I don't understand or best offer. on your thing. That's you're giving false advertisement when you say or best offer.
No.
I was stunned. So I wrote the gentleman back and I
Why
said,
didn't you just let
"Sir,
it go?
I think that if we were adults, you would have never made such a dumbass comment to me." I said, because that was very unadult-like to make a comment like that. And I said, or best offer. Your offer wasn't one of the best offers. Yours was very far off from one of the best offers. So I don't understand when you're getting false advertisement. Then he writes back, he's like, "I just assume that we're both don't want to do this deal."
No.
No,
Really?
sir, I don't want to deal with you at all.
Why didn't you let it go?
So there was just no reason. I wasn't rude to the guy. Now,
Sometimes
no is sharp, but
We'll
it was
talk
just
about
a no.
that here in a bit. Sometimes you just want to go there.
Yes, and I don't normally.
No,
this
you
was
don't.
one of my first times. And
How'd it feel?
it felt really good.
That told you?
Just
Welcome.
because he was
Welcome.
such an asshole.
It's fun.
And you know what? I don't. There's an aspect of it that
It
gripes
did.
my ass even more, and I don't want to bring it up because let's just
Then
say,
don't. Then don't.
let's just say there's a this gentleman had a very large amount of pinballs that he has gone through. So that's all I'm going to leave it at with that. So which rubbed me even further the wrong way. But like literally the next
So
day,
he knows prices.
he knows prices. He knows what he wants to buy at. He knows what he wants to.
But I think flippers should expect no responses.
I don't care. I responded to him. Someone should not get mad.
No, but wasn't
because
he
I
saying,
declined their
wasn't
offer.
he saying you should accept your best offer? That's what or best offer means.
Yes, I should
You should
accept
accept-
his like best offer. That was what was weird.
But here's the real question.
was he acted like his price was the best offer?
When somebody says or best offer, do you think that means you gauge the offers and you take the best offer? Or does that mean or best offer means that I'm not stuck on this price point? I got some wiggle.
Yeah.
But there is a drop down price that I will not sell.
Well,
at.
and that's what a pin side thread was started like the
Okay.
next day. Not by this guy, but
Maybe.
this was where the irony come in.
Okay.
That it was from somebody else different. Kind of asking what you just said. What's the point of an or best offer? Because if you take it literal,
That means don't pay what they're asking.
yeah, it means
what it means to me.
It does me too. But if you take it literal, it would be like, okay, I've gotten 6 offers. I go with the highest offer.
What's the spread on an or best offer?
But well, you can't do a spread because what's the time frame? There's no time frame. So even if you were to take it literally, what's the time frame? Or best offer in a week? Or best offer in 3 months? Because you could sit on it for 6 months and say, I'm still taking offers.
Here's my or best offer. Here's what I'm going to do. Transparency, total transparency. That's what this show is all about. I list a pin high.
Okay.
Guess what? I do. I'm not the guy that says, gee golly whiz, I'm just a good old pinball guy and I'm going to sell it for what I got in it.
Okay.
Just not me, Greg. Just not me. I like money.
Yeah.
And
Fair enough.
I will overpay for a pin if I really want it.
Yes, I've seen you do that.
Okay.
I think you're stupid at times, but I've seen you do that.
And you let me know every time.
Yes, I do.
So I want to put it $100 over what I want.
Okay.
And I'm going to put or best offer.
Fair enough.
Because if there were 3 people that really have been looking for that title, they might pay it that premium.
Yes.
Right? But if I don't get any hits after a week, I drop it down to 100.
Yes.
That's kind of where I think it's worth.
Yes.
If it don't get another hit,
You're going to drop.
drop it down another 100.
Okay.
Until it sells.
Okay.
That's generally how I do it. I'm not going to keep anything. So if you see a pin of mine for sale, it's going to sell. It's not going to stay there. I'll drop that
No,
damn thing
and they
down
do.
until it
They
sells.
do sell. And they sell. They sell. They're
So my
reasonable.
range is or best offer feels like $300. What
Well,
do you guys think?
That's what I just think that or best offer, the point of it, because that's what the gentleman asked in this pinside thread was, what's the point of it? To me, the point of it is it's a form of terminology to say that you're not firm.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I think so.
I think that's the easiest way to
Firm,
generalize
you know what?
it.
Firm is the biggest turnoff to me.
I think firm is too, unless
When I-
it's a good price.
Well, of course.
If it's actually a reasonable price and it says
That's
firm,
fine.
you understand.
Do you ever still make offers on firms?
Actually, I don't. And
I
I did
do.
in the beginning,
I
and then
do.
I heard a lot of people getting really pissy about it.
I don't
and
care.
I kind of
I'm
would
going to offer
too.
you what I think that pinball machine is worth. I don't care if you're firm or not. Who cares?
Well, but it's a double-edged sword because, okay, there are people who get pissed. And it's like, I said I was firm. Don't waste my time. I said I was firm. I'm not letting it go. But there are a lot of people that say firm, and then
They
3
still
days
wiggle.
later, they're like, You still want that for $200
They
less?
still wiggle.
They do. But again, back to the thing, or best offer to me is just literally saying you're not firm within a $300 price range.
Yeah.
I think is where you should be.
Now here's the other thing. Somebody will come to me, I'll say $2,800 or best offer.
Yes.
Right? They'll come to me and they'll say, how about $2,500 first day? And
Yeah.
I think, and I'll be open with them. I'll say, you know what? 25 may buy it if it doesn't sell in 2 weeks.
I agree.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, and
If you want it now,
a
you
couple
better
of
pay
other
a
people
little
said
closer.
on that thread, and a lot of people who are defending the or best offer thing as it
Yeah.
being it means the best offer. Nobody wants to pay higher. What if you listed a pin for $2,500 and somebody said, "I'll give you 26, 27"? People hate that in the pinball community.
Oh yeah,
that's
you're
a
not
best
supposed
offer.
You're not supposed to do
No,
best offer.
No, but that is
Or
a best offer.
Best offer.
Yes.
You got to give a price for it.
Yes.
You will get butchered.
Yes.
If you just put $1 best offer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they don't like that. They
No.
don't like the bidding eBay.
But the or best offer, if someone drove the
That's
price
the-
up in
that
almost a
multiplies,
bidding
yeah.
war, people don't like that as much as anything else. But again, to me,
Don't you love the pinball buying and selling? I think it's
no,
fun.
I hate it.
I think
I
it's so
hate
much
it.
fun.
I freaking
You get to
dread
meet
it.
new people. You talk to new people. A
I
lot of
hate
my
it.
relationships that I have through text and stuff in pinball are because of that.
I had a guy come over, and I don't want to knock this guy because we got a lot of friends in the same community, but it was very odd to me. The guy came over to look at one of my games, drove a car.
That's the number one thing. When I see cars pull up, I'm like,
Yeah.
you're wasting my time, dude.
Played like 25 minutes of my
on.
game.
Did you
And
play
then
any
was
other
like,
games?
I never really know.
Okay.
Which was
I was gonna say,
I
oh my
But he was kind of like, yes, I don't really know. I haven't really had much time in this game. I really don't know if it's for me. So literally just
You know what I would have done?
gauged it.
You know what I would have done? See, I'm kind of a dick though.
Yeah, you are.
I would have said, how much do you want for that particular game?
Yeah.
Well, how much did you want?
Yeah. And he
Yeah, no, just tell me. How much did you want for that?
Oh, how
particular
much did
game?
I want?
Yeah, for that particular
29.
game. All right, 29. You know what I would have told him? I said, you know what? You seem to like it a lot. I'm going to give it to you for $2,000, but you got to take it right now. That's what I would have said. I would have said that.
No car, like, it's got to get it.
Yeah,
in the truck.
absolutely. And if he tried to put that thing on his roof, it's worth that $800, $900 to me to see the jackass try to.
You got more money than me.
No, it's
I
just
can't
no,
do it.
because it's worth it.
I
That is-
can't do it.
Yeah,
I
I want
can't
to
do
see
it.
him. He's
But
gonna be
it's-
like,
again, super
"Should've
nice
bought
guy. Nothing against it, but like,
I don't mind if people come play. I don't.
no, I don't either. But it was
But-
just an awkward
yeah.
thing because it felt like there was no intention. Even when he was like, well, how much less can you take?
Now this is an.
It was just, it
interesting-
wasn't even a strong,
Yeah, I get it.
you know?
Yeah, I get it. He's a dick. Or no,
No.
the former guy was a dick. This guy was just a looky-loo. Yeah, I call
Yes,
I call
yes.
him looky-loos.
Yeah, he was very
Just a
much
little
so, which I
looky-
didn't mind. He was a cool guy.
Yeah.
And like I said, we got the same circle of sort of
Look,
friends.
Greg loves strangers in his house, so
No,
you know.
I don't. That's
just-
what bothers
Yeah.
me. That's why I don't like the buying and selling. I don't like it. I don't. I hate it. I could not change the game.
The thing I like about this discussion right here is, I don't hear this anywhere else.
No.
I hear about
this.
news. I hear about tournaments. I hear about
Yeah.
stuff. This is the buying and selling. Nobody talks about
This is a
that.
huge part of the
the hobby.
hobby. It's very
Absolutely.
big.
So
Very
let's
big.
keep on sticking with the huge part of the hobby, and that is what games you're buying. Okay, so on Pinside, our buddy Schmitty, that's our bud, right? He really got some people stirred up because he listed a World Cup Soccer for $6,500, and it wasn't made of gold.
He did not stutter, folks.
No, it wasn't made of gold. So it brings up. So we won't get into that because that World Cup Soccer is phenomenal. But is it 65? Who knows? Who knows? We're not getting into that. But what we are getting into is when you buy a game, guys. What are you buying? A lot of people on that thread kept saying you're buying the title. Anything you put into it is your own damn fault.
Yes.
And you should not be recouped for anything. No labor, no parts, or if you
Yes.
do, are reimbursed parts 50% off.
Yes.
Okay, so that brought up a little bit of a discussion. If somebody puts so much into a game, are they just out there because it's their own fault?
Yeah.
Or should you take into consideration some of the stuff on the machine that might not be on a player's
Yes.
condition World Cup
I
Soccer?
agree.
How do you feel about this?
I'm very. We talked for days on
feel
this
strong
too.
about this,
Yes,
yeah.
we were. I even did like late night phone calls to you, like, hey, listen to this.
Yeah.
I got another thought.
Yeah.
And so my thing is, I think there's so many variables that go into it.
True.
Anymore, I think that you expect a game to be clean.
Oh,
You
for
don't?
for a premium price?
At a decent price. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if it's like $1,000 freaking.
I sell some dirty pins if I don't want to mess with them.
Yeah, but
the price reflects that.
reflects that.
Okay.
But I'm saying if you're paying market value, I expect it to be clean.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people won't expect this, but I actually expect it to be LED'd at this point.
Okay.
And that's just me.
Okay.
Because it's not a lot of money, but it still can be $50 to $100 and 2 hours of time.
Are you factoring in LEDs
That's what I'm saying.
as your price, though?
No, I think that it should sort of set it at the market now. Because people with incandescents are going to want to ask for the same price as LEDs. Well, now I'm $50 to $100 more out, and I've got to take 2 hours of
$100,
time.
you're more of that if you're doing a back
Well,
box.
depending on what you're doing. So I look at almost anything with LEDs now to to sort of be market standard. Because very few pins, DMD era, do you see?
When I see incandescents, I see, I wonder what those
Burnt
inserts are going to look
connectors.
like.
Exactly.
How long is it going to take me to do that?
I
How
agree.
many bulbs I got to do all that?
I agree.
It's more of like just a nice thing.
So I think that.
But bad LED jobs are bad too, though.
That's very true because
Don't
I don't
want
want
that.
to go through and reswitch
No,
those.
don't want that.
But it should have rubbers that work. They don't have to be brand new, but they got to be good rubbers.
They can't be busted.
Can't be busted. Can't
Yep.
be dry rotted. Can't
Yep.
be anything like that. And anything else, I think it comes to a game by game basis.
Does it? Does title matter? I don't think title matters.
No, well, it does to an extent.
I paid a lot of money for a Godzilla.
But it
a
does-
lot of money, and that's because of the condition of it.
Yes, but again, it was a rare game. It's a rare game.
I still spent a lot more than they sell for.
Yes, you
And
did.
I sold it for a lot more than they
Yes,
sell for.
but it was in very good condition. A lot of them aren't in that good a condition.
Okay.
But that is different. That is a different.
that
That
different?
is slightly different because those games do not exist. It's more of a rarity.
Okay.
Now, if you take
so that's
something,
what you're paying for.
yes, in a sense, because it's like we discussed earlier. So, if you say you've got a game that's nice, but you had to re-decal that pin. But let's say 70% of them are decent cabinets, pretty good. Not collector, few little nicks here and there. Why am I
Do you pay
going?
extra for the redecal
Do you pay extra for a redecal cabinet when you can still find a lot of them in very good shape? Now, why in the hell am I going to go pay?
Because decals cost $300. They're perfect, and it takes a lot to install them. That's why.
But that's what I'm saying. Am I going to go pay the $500 to $1,000 extra for this pin when I can just go pick one up for $1,000 to $1,500 or for $500 to $1,000 less for a really nice cabinet on that same pin that's original? Do you understand?
I understand where
at
you're
with
coming from, and I think 90% to 95% of the rest of the hobby is with you.
it? Okay.
They just pick up the above
Yes.
average players condition World Cup soccer.
Okay.
However, there are some people, I'm in the minority of this. If I want a nice game, I will happily pay for that labor
Okay.
if it is done correctly.
Yes.
I will happily pay for the decals.
Yes.
Because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, Greg. Don't want to do it.
But see, Jason's was above and beyond
Yeah.
anything because that cabinet is like a brand new cabinet inside
brand
and
new
out
cabinet.
when he does it. So that
Tumbles
is
everything.
different.
It's a restored cabinet.
Yes, that is
Restored.
different. So I do.
So I pay for that.
Yes, that's why people go to HEP and
All right,
everything else.
Here's a scenario. You give me a shadow for $3,000.
Okay.
Versus a shadow with a restored cabinet for $4,000. That's $1,000. I'm only counting $300 of it as the actual decals. I'm counting $700 for labor. Guess
Okay.
what? I buy the $4,000 shadow. Absolutely.
But what if?
I'm spending the $1,000.
But what if a lot of the shadows you come across?
And they're fine.
Okay, then why would you pay that extra for a cabinet?
Because it is a pinball machine that I love and I want the nicest example of it, and I will pay for that. I will pay for that all day long.
But I think all around, like that's
because
kind
there's
of the point I
something
was
to me,
getting at.
and this is what people rip on yours truly for a lot. World Under Glass, aesthetics, shit that doesn't matter to pinball matters to me. When I walk into my game room, Greg, there's a feeling that I have about this is a collector's opinion. So when I see a cabinet that's fully restored, that is perfect, it feels better to me.
But I want a
mentally.
fully restored game. Okay, like a Terminator went for $5,000, sold. This chromed
Not
edition
worth it because
thing.
I think T2 sucks.
But I would have paid that for it
See, I think that's preposterous.
because it was completely redone. It's like you said though, it's
I
paying.
know.
If you like that
Sure.
title, it's paying for a complete redone game.
Personal preference.
Yes,
in
and
it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I'm not knocking that one but it's recouping your money. How do we know that guy recouped all his money? We don't, because sometimes it's hard to recoup that money.
Yeah.
Plus, we had discussed this too. There's a difference between where you get work done. Say you've got a Terminator sitting here at $5,000 with chrome. Then you got a Terminator sitting next to it for $5,600 that's chrome. Identical. And they both have that amount of money into those pins. Well, this guy just simply paid more for the same chrome job. So why does he constitute getting $600 more out of his Terminator than this guy?
He doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. So it can't always be what you got into a pinball machine.
Absolutely.
It still reflects a market value.
But I'm smart enough, I can take the specs of that specific custom machine and I can derive a cost that I think is appropriate.
And I think that's the key. And I think you're very much right.
So if people send me pictures of a restored cab, and I think it looks like junk, instead of that $1,000 that I value a fully restored cab, I only value it $300. Or if it's a crappy job, I think that's a wash.
I will agree.
I'm gonna have to redo the damn thing anyway. I don't like it.
I will agree.
Color DMD. Some people, I swear to you, some of these people were saying that things like color DMD don't add to the value.
I think it has to.
Yes, it has to.
A color DMD is one of the things that
it's
I think
$450 shipped product.
Yes.
How does it not add
I think
value?
something like Penn Stadium. I think something that
I'm getting fired up.
I think something
got
that's
me going.
universal, like a color DMD, Penn Stadium, something like that.
Yes.
May not reflect 100% value.
Maybe not.
But there is a large percentage,
It's
75%
more than 50
or more. Way more than 50%. I agree.
That's why I said on that thread, I said, look, if you want to sell me all your chrome, your color DMDs, and your Penn Stadium blades for 50%,
Yeah.
I've got cash, brother. Come to me. I will buy it all.
Yep. And that's why I had a hard time. My demo man said it a higher than normal price for a demo man.
Fully chrome.
But I had almost a $300 set of lights on there from Penn Stadiums with Invisa Shields.
Yeah.
And I had full chrome.
Yeah.
Beautiful chrome.
Have people not checked out? Chrome is pricey.
And a
but
lot of
it
those
sets
demo
itself
mans,
apart.
and I understand if it doesn't matter to you that the handles are worn or anything else, but a lot of them sitting at $2,500, worn handles and stuff still. I've seen some of them sell at that. Some of them still incandescent and everything into that.
And that is not fun to LED.
Yeah, and I wasn't going to budge because it was a nicer than normal. I around my freeze inserts weren't busted like most of them were.
You
Not
can
raised.
take the chrome off and sell it.
Yeah, like So it's
like,
a pin by pin basis.
If a game's got $1,300 worth of chrome, that's a lot, guys. That's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot of chrome. To me, it's almost one for one. It's still worth that to me because I can put it on another machine. I can sell it. I know plenty of guys out there because the chrome doesn't go bad.
But does it matter
between?
between title? Because if you went up to a Lethal Weapon 3 and you bought a Lethal Weapon, but you bought a Lethal Weapon 3 with chrome. Somebody went and spent $1,500 on chrome. You're going to pay $3,500 for a Lethal Weapon.
If I know that I can resell that chrome or put it on another machine.
But I don't think most people want to go through the hassle. I think that's where the difference comes in. Nobody wants to pull that chrome off of there.
It's a lot.
Like if the rest of it
trim.
Yeah, but still, I wouldn't pull it off of there. It is.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
trim
pull it.
If it's a title I like.
Yeah.
It's not
I think it's open to anybody. I think that World Cup Soccer, if you found somebody, like you said, that really wanted that package,
wasn't it?
It was. It opened up a very beautiful discussion.
So this also talks about, you see a lot of restorers, they're dropping out, they're done.
Yeah.
They're
I
done.
don't think the prices
What's his name at HSA? Brian Kelly's dropping out. Hep has talked about dropping. There's a lot of guys that are like, look, you have to put a lot of money into these machines to get them restored, and nobody wants to pay them.
Yep. Well, yeah.
Or why is it that only Hep's labor costs are worth it?
I think because they're proven. I think people feel more comfortable with it. There's something to be said about that.
Yeah, but the differentiation between giving Hep $10,000 to restore a game and saying anybody else that does cabinet decals gets zero for labor. Bull.
No,
it is a spectrum.
It is a spectrum.
It is a spectrum.
Yeah, you can't say that. You can't say
they
that you fully support Hep, but then somebody else who puts a lot of time and money into a pin doesn't deserve to recoup.
And I'm not looking
money.
I'm not looking up for my buddy because I told Schmitty, I was like, I don't like World Cup Soccer $6,500, $6,000 enough.
No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't buy it.
No
way. But if that was one of somebody's favorite games,
yeah, and I wanted a very beautiful example, all chromed up. That's what
brass
I
and
bought.
chromed, and
yeah, that's why I bought that demo man. I liked it.
Do you pay for when somebody does a full topside teardown, all new parts, tumbled, and everything?
Actually, I think to an extent, I think you do because I want that clean.
It turns into a new game.
I think so too. I will agree with that. And
people disagree with it. People say, World Cup
But
Soccer
again,
is only a $2,700 game. 4,000 is the max they can ever get.
But again, some jackass who just half-asses it, I do not think you can put in the same league as somebody who does it right.
That's true.
So, and I think that same person is going to listen to the discussion like this and go, "Well, I'd get my money back then. I did it."
I just think it's common sense.
I do too.
It's just common sense that people don't like using it. They see a high price tag for a game, double the price tag for a game, and they say, "No, absolutely not."
It's still
We're
a
not doing
case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
And then you still had people on there arguing, "Do you know what I can get for $6,500? You know, I can get, I'm coming close to a Stern Premium." I'm like, well, if you're saying that, and you're saying that the game you can get a newer game for that, well, then why would anybody ever pay the prices they do for Monster Bash, Medieval Madness? That's the same thing.
Guess
it's
what?
the same
News
sort
alert.
of
thing. Some people like Bally Williams a lot better than Stearns.
Yeah, it's
no matter what.
No, it's
nostalgia.
Yeah,
they play different.
You can't throw that argument in there either.
No.
But, yeah.
That's good. All right, you want to keep on the?
I want to keep
the controversy train.
All
right.
Let's get
So
nasty.
I would say I did something stupid recently on Facebook.
Oh, he did.
You told me I did.
I did.
I don't think I did anything
He
stupid.
did.
Yeah, I don't tend to do things stupid.
About like
but
eating biscuits and mustard.
biscuits and mustard.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fried taters.
no, stop. But it brought out of it came good discussion.
Very.
I made a comment recently. We work really hard on these shows. It might not look like it
You
at times,
do.
but we
I don't.
put a lot of hours in, right?
You do.
We do.
I don't.
You do. Put a lot of hours in. And when somebody comes out and says, "Hey, there's nobody out there doing this," and that's
But we
everything that
did.
you're doing,
We did it right.
it rubs you salty. So I can't apologize for what I said, but I'm going to apologize to anybody that was offended by that or thought I wasn't mad. I was just jabbing somebody that I felt,
He was.
missing out on some of the hard work we were doing. That's all. With that being said, it brought up good discussion in our Pinside thread on Straight Down the Middle about whether you and I can be totally unbiased when we review a game, especially when we go to manufacturers.
And it started off as people being assholes. Like they were just very aggressive and very.
I don't think they're being.
No, started off. Some things were very much just like a couple.
You're
people,
talking about the Facebook. We're a thread.
Yeah,
Thread's all our people.
No, I know. But some people were very. It was a very.
They said I love these guys.
It was,
yeah, they're
it was a
biased.
confrontational thing at first, but then it morphed into a very fantastic discussion that needed to be had.
Because they want pinball reviews. Everybody
Yes.
wants pinball reviews.
And a lot of the discussion, if some of you guys haven't read it, we are as biased as we can be.
They're as biased as we can.
Unbiased, sorry. We're as biased.
Let's start out with that. We take money from these manufacturers.
You can buy our opinions.
You can buy our opinion. No, that's the thing. We're not.
You can't. And to say that we're 100% unbiased is false.
Well, it can't hold up. Can you?
You cannot be. And that's why it's
Nobody
false.
can buy your integrity?
No, they can't buy my integrity.
$10,000.
No, they can't. No.
$10,000.
I grew up eating freaking hamburger helper. It don't matter that much to me.
That's why I love it.
I'm so happy in life right now. I got a nice
You know
family.
what?
I got a beautiful wife. I got some pinball machines. Like life is
I couldn't do it either.
more than what I couldn't.
My word is everything. I
is
say
mine
this to
too.
people, man. Here, real quick. Last night went out to dinner, looked down, $100 bill out in the parking lot. I haven't told you this.
No.
$100 bill. I picked it up. I kept it. I had a hard time with that.
Yeah.
What do you do with it?
Yeah.
You can't turn it in. They're going to
No.
keep it. You can't leave it there because somebody else is going to.
Yeah.
Like, that's who I am. I have a hard time.
Yes.
If I say something, I freaking mean it.
Yeah. I'm not a religious guy, but I have a strong set of morals.
Yeah.
That govern a lot of my life. And it's nothing that I try to do or try to be. It's simply, it's just it's what I feel. It just something feels wrong.
And I'm
it's like
fine
an
with
OCD
that, but
thing.
what happens when somebody questions your integrity?
I can see being
It's hard for me.
offended. By
It's hard for me.
But that's where we get into this about us being unbiased on these reviews. And
Can
stuff.
we do unbiased reviews?
Not 100%.
We have relationships, some close, some not
Yes.
close, with the people that make these machines.
Yes.
Can we objectively review, which is a different question. Objectivity is a different question than bias. What people were falling into the trap of is they were mixing up subjectivity and bias.
Yes.
They're totally different things.
Yes.
Subjectivity we do fall into.
Yes.
We have preferences.
Yes.
It's what we like. When
Yes.
we review a game, it is subjective to some extent.
Yes.
We aim for objectivity.
Yes.
But there is a mixture, as we've said before, subjectivity and objectivity. That's what brings you a personalized review.
Very much
Take
so.
it or leave it.
Very much so.
Bias is different. Bias is giving somebody additional credit or negative perception based on something outside of that product.
Yes.
That is something I don't think we do.
No, we don't. But there's always going to be, in anything that you are to rate, anything that you are to do, you're going to have the subjectivity. But there's always going to be outside influences, no matter how subtle, that affect
That's the other
your
question.
opinion and your thought.
Do you think subconsciously
There can be things that affect it.
there are biases because
Yes.
we're friends with an artist, because we're friends with a coder, because we're friends with a CEO of a manufacturer? Do you think subconsciously we tend to skew the objectivity because of our relationship with them? That's the question that came out.
Yes. No. I think that we maybe are not as. I think that it goes
This is
from.
good stuff
I think
right
it
here.
goes from
I like this.
you, your game sucked, to
We haven't done that one yet.
I really
Stay
just didn't
tuned.
care for it.
So you think that there is? You think you soften it if you have a relationship?
I think no, not just really. I think you do that with anybody to conserve feelings or anything else.
I think the reason we would do that is out of respect for their hard work.
Yes.
There
yes.
our appreciation. Even if we don't like something, look, here's the deal. I don't like Rob Zombie game. I don't think it shoots well. I don't think it's the prettiest game. There's a lot of things I really, really strongly dislike about it.
Yes.
That takes nothing away from the amount of work
No,
made
that
of
went into it.
the
Yes.
intellect that went into that.
But it's a perfect
I
point because
respect
we
it.
don't let that. We might not say F you, your work sucks. We might say I didn't really care for that, and here's why. But we're always going to tell you that we did not like this aspect, and this is why that we did not like that aspect.
I said I'd take a cheese grater to the playfield of Iron Maiden.
Yeah, you were
You don't
nasty.
think, you don't think that's for effect?
It is.
That's for guys. That's for effect.
I'd like to portray
That's
myself
for effect.
as an asshole.
No, I don't know.
Round and brown, that's my game.
That's a T-shirt.
Round and brown,
That's
we
my
should make
game.
that. But yeah, you know, so.
I think it all.
But we're never not going to tell you what we feel on it.
No.
I'm not going to go to you and I'm not going to say that playfield was fantastic looking, and then go to Zach and be like, that shit is
Oh my God, no.
ugly.
No.
We're not going to do that. We're going to give you the opinion. That's why a lot of our stuff can be kind of controversial because we just don't tell you the good things about the game. We also tell you what we dislike, which I think is a huge part of it because it might be something you were looking at buying that game, and man, those guys from Straight Down the Middle
They made a good point.
said Ghostbusters was freaking fantastic.
Which
I
we
love
did.
Ghostbusters. We
And
did.
people hate it.
But we also said that it's brutal.
Yeah,
The
you
dreams
have
are
to like
terrible.
it
You got to
hard.
nudge
It's
it.
unfair.
You have to beat it. It's unfair. And that's what we're going to tell you about that game, where some other people might say, that was a good game, man. I really like it. It's a great time. It's really fun. We're going to give you what we dislike about it, too, so that we can give you the most well-rounded review that we can.
I think when it comes to subconscious, it's kind of my forte, the subconscious. If you're talking about subconscious biases and unconscious attempts to be biased without knowing it, I think it also goes into your trust level with us as people.
Very much
and
so.
our insight and our self-awareness
Yes.
of our own possible biases. If you can, oh
Yes.
my God, we're going psychological. If you can identify your own potential biases,
Yes.
you stop the brain from doing that. if
Which
you
we
will.
do.
That's
We
good.
talk about
Yes,
it. That's
we
the
do.
thing, is that's part of this show. It's like Zach has said before. You don't understand. It seems like that we just set up here and we goof off. We make mom jokes.
do.
We say dumb, immature shit. We
do.
do. But there is so much pre-production through the week of discussions on how that we attack a certain situation and what is appropriate
And here's the thing.
to do so.
Here's the thing, to wrap it up. We strive to bring you pinball reviews. That's what we hang our hat on in a lot of ways.
Yes.
Right? We really want to provide that.
Whether
for
we
pinball
hit the
community.
nail on the head or not.
We want to provide you in-depth reviews on pinball machines so you can review them later when you're thinking about buying them. That's our thing. That's what we want to provide for this pinball media and
Yes.
community. So when we go to manufacturers, we tell them, right? We say, if you're gracious enough to let us do an interview, a deluxe interview,
Yes.
keep this in mind.
Yes.
We want to promote visually and information wise the product that you have to offer. What
Yes.
we're offering to you is a time,
Yes.
work
Yes.
to show the world your product.
Yes.
Having said that, we told both of them so far that we've worked with.
Yes.
Don't expect a biased review.
Yes.
Because we're coming up here doesn't mean we're going to give you rave reviews. They're separate. We
Yes.
want to showcase the product because you're selling them,
Yes.
but we're going to rate this product whether we
Yes.
like it or not, and you might not like
Yeah.
that.
And
And both manufacturers respected
Yes.
that. That's why they wanted
Yeah.
us up there.
Part of it, American.
They believe in their product.
And if you're not okay with this,
Jersey Jack.
get rid of it. When we went to American, when we were in discussions with them about coming up there, they wanted us to do a full-on review.
They is strong. At the time, their marketer.
Their marketer wanted us to do a sit-down. Very good, very good. Their marketer wanted us to do a review with Balser, with the whole design team, everyone sitting there behind us with their Houdini machine, wanted us to give that review right there.
Right there with them behind us. And we weren't scared of that.
No, but we declined to do so on the fact of their feelings because we did not know 100% how we were going to rate the machine, and we did not want somebody sitting behind us with the hours of work that they did right there crushing the months of work
Yeah, because we respect them too much.
that they did. We do.
And we're not going to bring you a premature review.
Yes.
At that time, we had not had enough time
No,
on that game.
no.
We had to bring it back.
Yes.
We had to put 50 games on it.
Yes.
We had to really know that game well
Yes.
before we.
And we weren't prepared, and we explained that to them for that reason. Same thing, like when we went up to, like you said, when we went up to JJP, we were up front and said, we don't, we've put some time on this game, but we need more time, and we don't know how we're going
put a
to.
lot of time up there. We've put time at.
Yes.
Yeah, we put.
We don't know how it's going to rate.
I think 50 games is what we aim for.
Yes. No hard feelings. And somebody said, now you're telling, this was one of the comments, was you're not telling me that
Probably
these-
Houday.
Yeah.
Freaking
You're
Houday.
not telling me, which Houday, was the fantastic discussion, by the way.
he's good.
You were a very
People
big part
took
of it.
offense, and I was like, chill out. He's
No, he's great. We love him to
Houday,
death.
whatever.
But a comment was made of, you're not telling me that these guys are going to go up there to meet these people that's their friends and give them a bad rating and destroy their friendship. Honestly, it's a chance we take.
And like I said in thread, we're friends with them because we respect the amount of hard work they do, whether we like it or
Yes.
not. They're friends with us
Yes.
because they know that we're going to be honest and,
And-
we're not going to sugarcoat.
And we've
anything.
already had doors closed to us. We don't. It hasn't been straightforward
Hasn't
to
been
us.
spoken.
Yes, but we know some of the things that we have said, some of the things that we've rated for certain people, and those doors are closed to us.
No, well, they can be open. That's what doors are for.
They can be, but we know that there's a level of
They didn't
animosity.
cement a wall. I don't think.
But there's a level of animosity when we're trying to discuss certain things with some people. So we know that us being honest has closed some doors. But
That's
we're not going to stop.
That's our show.
Yeah, I've come close with some of these people. Some of these people are my friends, and if we don't talk for a while, I made this comment on our post. I say a lot of shit to Zach. I don't hold back with Zach. Like that's why we're like brothers.
Yeah.
Like I tell him he's stupid on something, and he might get mad. We might not talk for a day or so, but we're right back at it because we're friends.
We assume that friendship.
Yeah, we respect each other, and Zach will come back and say, you know what, you were right.
Have I ever said that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Or I'll be like, you know what, Zach, I was wrong. I'm sorry for busting your balls on that.
Or we
Or
agree to
else-
disagree and we move on, don't we?
Exactly, because that's what people do if you're friends. Otherwise, you're an acquaintance.
Yeah. We do have a lot of friends in the industry.
We do.
And there's probably going to be a Franchi artwork that's going to happen at some point in the next 20 years that he's
Yeah.
doing this. That's right, Chris.
Chris's heart will be broke.
That's it.
I dread Chris. Just
I'm
keep up the good work.
I'm just
because,
glad he's phenomenal.
yeah,
Glad he's
because
phenomenal.
if you turn out a turd piece of shit game, Chris, I just dread the day that I have to say that to you.
Chris, not your strongest, not your strongest work there, bud. So
I bet he drives down.
I'm interested to see what he's got coming up next.
I do too.
All right, so is that good?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh,
Feels good to get that
I
off.
feel like I need a cigarette now. I don't even smoke. Okay,
You guys are here,
before we end, we need to discuss a big event that's coming up for us. We weren't able to make the Pinburg, our next show is going to be Chicago Expo.
Yes.
We've been asked to come to Chicago Expo.
Yes.
And we've been asked to do a seminar.
Yes.
How about that? I got flies.
You guys want to sit in and listen to what we got to talk about live and in person?
We are partnering up, aren't we?
Yes.
We are partnering up with This Week in Pinball to do a seminar.
Yes.
Now, this is going to cover the show Straight Down the Middle of Pinball Show.
Yes.
It's going to cover This Week in Pinball website.
Yes.
It might touch on the podcast a little bit.
Yes.
It's also going to cover the Twippies. Twippies is coming, you guys. It's near. It is coming. And what are you going to vote for?
So many games coming out.
Oh boy, this is going to be a fun one. So we want you guys, it would mean the frickin' world. I know a lot of people are watching this. If you're going to Chicago Expo, throw us a bone. I'll throw you one. And at least just come support the seminar and show. We want to do something interactive. We won't talk about much, but we want to do some interaction with the audience, different than a lot of seminars just blah, blah,
Because it's
blah,
very
blah.
much us. We engage. We're very engaging on Facebook and on Pinside, so we got to engage you during our
And we need people there to
conference.
engage in.
Yes.
So, and we're going to talk about Twippies. We're going to kind of open up what ideas you guys have about the Twippies, what you would like to see in the Twippies, and different stuff like
Is
that.
that right?
Yeah. So we can make this a cool award show each and every year.
Agreed.
And you can hear about Jeff talking about this weekend.
Which I'm freaking stoked about. I'm so excited.
So come to that. That'll be a lot of fun. And hang out with us at Chicago Expo. That's kind of our big show for the year. And then
Indiana had their very first pinball machine up in
did you not shower
pinball
today?
machine.
You got that fly coming around.
Stank flies on me, them green ones. Indiana had their very first pinball expo, pinball show.
Was that their first one?
Yep. This
Fort
past
Wayne?
weekend in Fort Wayne.
Couldn't make it.
Couldn't make it. Sadly, we're so booked up with shows that we already had planned and already
It's expensive, man.
commitments to. Yeah,
Drive,
Fort Wayne's not
hotel.
close to us at all. So we
expensive.
very much hated that we
We
had
want to come to the show, but
Yeah.
we need some help, guys.
We hated that we had to decline that offer. But, check out our Facebook page. I got a couple guys up there that's hopefully getting some pictures and some video for us and everything. So we'll post some of that to our Facebook page so you can check out the Indiana Pinball Show on there, man. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get some releases. Hopefully we'll have something cool there to play.
Yeah.
I don't know who's releasing what at Expo yet. The word's not out. It's too far away to know.
I know.
But
That's what made it last year was Pirates being released. Like, I hope something is dropped. Please, somebody drop something. Which, who do we have? Like, there's some obscure manufacturers.
Munsters
But we got-
and Willy Wonka are the rumored titles.
Munsters,
that are
Wonka,
gonna be around there.
Is American going to have Oktoberfest? That's what I was
those
saying.
are the three that.
Come on, guys, one of you drop something for us at Expo.
Yeah. So those are the things we're looking for. What do these people need to do to continue supporting Straight Down the Middle of
Just like I
Pinball?
said, look at us on Facebook. Like us.
Just look at it.
Like us on here. We got a lot of cool stuff as always.
If you're listening as a podcast, subscribe.
Subscribe to us on podcasts. Just
YouTube.
subscribe to us on YouTube.
Twitch.
We're at the 2,000 mark.
We're close.
We're at the 2,000
We're
mark.
close.
It's so close, Marty.
Hopefully, oh, nice. Thanks,
you.
Christopher Lloyd. Hopefully we can surpass that. Hopefully we've already surpassed that.
Yeah.
Chuck Work live.
Yeah, always doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, Chucky.
Love it, love it, love it.
And then buy a t-shirt if you want. We got new t-shirts that we're going to be developing.
Yes, hopefully we're going to have them by Expo. We're looking to have them by Expo.
And you guys are going to love those.
A new line of shirts. So you guys are going to have like a plethora to pick from. Like, collect them all.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
And all of our sponsors, I think, will be at Expo as well.
I think so.
So come out and support those.
Yeah.
We've got
Joe's
Larry,
normally there.
Joe at Pink Graphics.
Yeah.
Flipping Out Pinball, buy an Escalera and a pinball machine from him. You've got Marco Specialties.
Yeah.
You know they're going to be there.
Yes. I got to tell you about this.
No, go
sorry to keep this episode going. So,
Well, if they don't want to watch, they can.
and speaking of Marcos, I did my first flipper rebuild not too long ago.
It's been a while back.
It's been a little while,
Okay.
but I had to do another one. I've done two now.
I got you.
And I have to say, I was intimidated. I was scared. I know it's simple to everybody who's done it. But I did my first flipper rebuild. Marco sent me my flipper kit, which was fantastic because you get to double check on their website. Like being new and not knowing, I try to cross-reference everything and do everything. But, it'll list the games that
nice.
it's for, so it's fantastic. And plus, I knew that it was compatible with my Simpsons.
It's idiot-proof.
It is kind of idiot-proof. And also, I'm so excited about myself because I got this game and I had two pops that didn't work in different stuff. So
Frankenstein?
Yeah, I'm
Frankenstein. You got Frankenstein. Tell the people.
Yeah, I got a Frankenstein. And so I had two transistors that were bad on it when I bought it. So, but on Marco's website, which was absolutely fantastic too, which we had learned this the hard way. You had a game that we didn't know about. You had to make some phone calls. It said make sure that you change the diodes out on your coils when at the same exact time you do the transistors, because they'll burn each other out.
That's right, and then you'll be stuck in
And
a
you're just like,
conundrum.
what the hell's going on? I don't know why. What the problem is. And it actually,
Lord of the Rings, White
yes.
Star board.
Yeah, when I was looking at this for those transistors when I was buying them, it said that on Marco, which was a very fantastic
That is
heads
nice,
up.
okay.
Yeah, so I've just been blown away by their service, and I'm getting more technical, and I'm super proud of myself doing simple things for you guys. But also look, like we're having a lot of call, and I don't know how you feel about this, so I'm throwing this on you. I really want to do a newbie video. We got a lot because a lot of our viewers are new hobbyists. Yeah, year or under noobs and fresh people, or people I've been in it for a while and just did my first flipper rebuild. Scared to death of it.
We're gonna let Greg take that.
Yeah, I'll do it. So I want
I want to see
mistakes.
you unbox another machine.
I thought I did a good job. What was wrong with it?
Nothing. Check out that video, the unboxing of Iron Maiden, and you'll find out all the things wrong with that. Also, check out Pin Stadium lights to light up your play fields and make them not dark in the center. And then pinballplating.com.
Yeah.
Pinball plating for all your chrome, brass, candy chrome. Oh my God, those candy chrome.
And Chris is normally up there with pinball plating.
Yeah, I don't know
showing
if
that
it's gonna
stuff
be this
off.
year or
No,
not.
we need to reach out to him. We'll let you guys know.
Yeah, but if you want delicious, beautiful pinball machines, the cherry on the cake is, or cherry on the cake? Cherry on the sundae. Candle on the
He
cake.
had that World Cup soccer up there, that's your buds. Oh, that thing was.
You know how much that sold for?
I know how much, and it was.
More
but-
Smitty was asking.
God, that thing was so pretty.
So check out all those sponsors as well. We love you. I guess we'll see you next week or so. We got a review coming up.
Sometime.
Stay tuned for a review.
That's what we do.
You hit it off with the bumper, now you're straight down the middle again. You had a fling with a slingshot, you're rolling out the alley again.
Mr. Bone and me. Do you believe in
Mr. Bone and me?
I wanna be someone totally, yeah. Mr. If it's Bone and me.